Sometimes life gives you moments that feel like a movie. The crowd roaring, the flags waving, the history being made right before your own very eyes. And for Burna Boy, this was one of those moments. I tell you, my people, outside Buckingham Palace, yes, Buckingham Palace is where we're talking about. The homecoming parade of England's Lionesses was already electric. The UEFA Women's Euro 2025 champions had just returned from Basel, Switzerland, where they defended their title after a nail-biting penalty shootout to win over Spain. Fans lined the mall. The open-top bus glided past seas of white and red jerseys, and the team basks in the glory of their victory. But then came the surprise that set the entire celebration ablaze. There was Sarina Wiegman, the calm, composed, tactical genius behind England's dominance. She had no idea what was about to happen. She's been, open about her love for music. And somewhere along the way, she mentioned a certain Nigerian superstar whose song she could not stop playing, especially For Your Hand. I'm sure a lot of you are fans of Burna Boy will know the song I'm talking about. Okay, so they said this coach, it's not just a fan of Burna Boy, but there's this particular track of his that she cannot just stop playing. Okay, so people had planned to, play that song for her, and they did it in a surprising way she never saw coming. Okay, so that's all someone needed to make a magic happen, like I said. So people planned that, okay, they will use this to celebrate her. So suddenly, without warning, the speakers lit up. The unmistakable beat dropped. Out stepped Burna Boy, the African giant himself, and the crowd erupted. Yes, so those of you who were privileged to watch that video, the first time I watched that video, but from beginning to the end, and I saw goosebumps just the whole on my body because I was so proud once again. I know this is not his biggest stage so far, but just seeing him, do this and the joy that the coach felt, I felt so proud of myself as a Nigerian. Okay, so like I said, the crowd erupted. Wiegman's jaw dropped. Oh, no way, she said. She gasped. Her usually steady composure melted into pure joy. And then it happened. Burna Boy launched into For Your Hand, live right there in front of Buckingham Palace with the Lionesses dancing, the fans singing along, and Wiegman herself, that is the coach, swaying to every beat of the song. It was just pure spectacle to behold. Okay? It was not just a performance, it was a statement, I tell you. A Nigerian artist standing tall at the heart of one of England's proudest sporting moments. But to truly understand why this was special, okay, you have to rewind a little, okay? Damini Ebunoluwa Ogolo was not born with a silver spoon. I'm talking about Burna Boy right now. He wasn't born with a silver spoon. He was born in Port Harcourt, Nigeria, where dreams were loud, but opportunities sometimes felt small. Yet from his small, young age, Burna Boy believed he was destined for something bigger. Music was his escape, his expression, his weapon. His earliest beats were made on an old computer, experimenting, learning, and building his craft and his sound. It was not smooth sailing. For those of you who don't know, the Nigerian music industry is a battlefield. Yes, talent is everywhere. Competition is fierce. And the climb to the top is filled with setbacks. But here's where Burna Boy's magic lies. Consistency. My God, Burna Boy is just too consistent. Yes, he kept showing up, kept recording, kept performing, kept believing. The real breakthrough came with hits like to Party, Yeah, and Anybody, which took Afrobeats beyond Africa's shores. Then came the powerful one, the African giant, okay? And Twice as Tall, okay? All these albums that did not just cement his status, they kicked open doors, to to global stage. And the rest, like they say, is history today. And I know some of you know this more than I do. Okay. But okay, so and let's not forget the big stages he has conquered, because Burna Boy has been big stages. Okay. So let's not forget that. The Grammys, the Madison Square Garden, Coachella, Glastonbury, the Billboard Music Awards stage, even sold out arenas in cities where Nigerian music had never topped charts before. This guy has seen it all. Burna Boy became the first African artist to headline the stadium in the UK. Yes, you heard me well. He did not just bring Nigeria to the world, he made the world come to Naija. Yes, so the awards, they are, they are almost too many to count right now. But let me try and remember some. A Grammy Award, Best Award, MTV Europe Music Award, Mobile Award, and an avalanche of nominations from across the globe. But beyond the trophies, my people, Burna Boy's biggest achievement might just be the way he's changed the conversation about African music. He's proved it not as a trend, but as a force right now. And today, his value is more than just money, I tell you. Though estimates put his worth into tens of millions of dollars. Okay? His true worth is in his influence, in cultural pride, in inspiring millions of African youths who now know their dreams are valid. But even the African giant has some giants behind him. Yes. And I'm talking about his parents right now, especially his mother. Bose Ogulu, deserves some flowers at this time. Mama Burna is not just a proud mom. She's his manager, his cheerleader, his shield, his backbone. Whether it is collecting award on his behalf or standing in the wings at sold-out concert, she's been the definition of presence and unwavering belief. Every time she walks up to that microphone, her words feel like blessings, not just for her son, but for every dreamer listening right now. And let me just say, there are times I watch Burna Boy performing on stage, and backstage you see this woman just vibing. Almost the energy level is so contagious, and it's so, it's so beautiful seeing her. She dances, you see her soul and spirit and emotion and everything, pumping it into his son's performance. You can only get that from a loving mother. Okay, so we give her flowers right now, and God bless you, Mama. Okay, and so as Burna Boy sang in front of Buckingham Palace, now we are going back to that Buckingham Palace performance again. So as he went in front of that palace, in a moment that blood borders and united cultures, it was not just musical that was at play. It was hard work meeting opportunity. It was consistency turning into history. It was a boy from Port Harcourt proving that your location is not your limitation and your background does not have to hold you back. That was what was being expressed by Burna Boy's performance right at that Buckingham Palace. Yes, like the old Yoruba adage says, the river that forgets its source will dry up. Burna Boy has never forgotten where he came from. And that's why his stream keeps flowing from Port Harcourt to New York, from Lagos to London, from streets now to the palace. Yes. Hey, it's been a roller coaster. Okay? So today, we at Awake Africa TV salute you, Burna Boy, for carrying the Nigerian brand with pride, for showing that courage and resilience are still the ultimate passports to greatness, and for reminding us all that the world will always make space for the one who refuses to quit. Yes, you heard me well. The world will always make space for the one who always refuses to quit. And this has been the story of Burna Boy. And I want to also say that let's give it to Burna Boy. It's difficult to see scandals about him. He has been one young artist that has been consistent in music, consistent in terms of character molding, consistent in everything. He just minds his business. All he does is just to just try to be the best version of himself at every stage he finds himself. It was no fluke that he got the Grammy. It is not fluke that is he has gotten so many other awards, plethora of them all over the place. And just to see the way that England coach was just, I mean, vibing to that song, and just knowing that this is a song that she loves so much and what this meant for her, just saying that makes me, like I said before, extremely, extremely proud of myself being Nigerian. And to be honest, each time I see Nigerian artists on the big stage, I feel so happy. It just makes my day. Whatever feelings or misgivings I have about my country, when I watch these guys, especially saying Burna Boy do this at Buckingham Palace, I just feel like letting all my problems just go away. Okay. And I feel so proud to be a Nigerian. So I just want to say that, look, at this time, that Burna Boy is doing his best, projecting Nigeria in a way that thousands of politicians will never do. These are the people who truly represent the identity of Nigeria, the resilience, the hard work, the never say die attitude. Okay? So these are the people who have taken us to the global stage, and they keep doing this every day. So I want to say a special shout out to Burna Boy. We love you, and please keep doing what you are doing. And I know that God in heaven will continue to watch over you, protect you, and just make you to get to the best of the standard you have set for yourself. Okay? We are going to be seeing more Grammys from you in the years to come. Okay? So big shout out to you. Big shout out to Mama, Big Mama. We love what you guys are doing. Okay? So for those of you who have listened up to this time, what do you think about this video? Please feel free to go to the comment section and leave your thoughts right there. And hopefully, yours sincerely will meet you right there to take this conversation further. God bless you. I'll be right back. Bye-bye.